If a man calls his mother, mommy, run. If he says, my mommy says, run. If he says, wait, I have to ask mommy, run. Take my advice and run. Don't marry him if he's a mommy's boy. Like, to be honest, if I was doing this in the service, and I think this was what I did during the service, I'd probably bring a feeding bottle. So you'd see how ridiculous it is for a grown man to be holding onto his mother's apron strings, trying to get her to change his diapers or trying to get milk from her. It is just absolutely ridiculous. Bible says, for this reason shall a man, not a boy, a man leave his father and his mother, leave his daddy and his mommy and cleave. So it speaks of maturity. If he's not mature, if he's a mommy's boy, if everything he does, he has to run it by his mom, it's not a man to marry, okay? And I'm not saying that you should marry a man who's disrespectful to his mother, because the truth is the way he treats his mom is most likely the way he's going to treat you, or his sisters for that matter. But if he's the kind of person that cannot make decisions on his own, if he's the kind of person that is easily influenced by his mom, siblings, anyone really, if he's the kind of person that cannot make any decision and stick to it, he's not the kind of man that you should marry. It's very dangerous to be stuck with a mommy's boy. I've seen families utterly destroyed by a man who cannot stand up for anything. I know someone who his mom would come to his house and beat up his wife, and he would say nothing about it. He would say things like, what am I going to do now? She's my mom. She's your mom. That's the reason why you can do something about it. You are the one that can tell her, oh, don't do this. That's crossing the line. So if you meet a guy who can't stand up his mom, trust me, there'll be times that in the marriage you probably will be at loggerheads with her. Hopefully not, but there will be times it can happen. So you need a man who's be able to stand up for what is right, a man who's going to be able to stand up for what he believes. So don't marry a mommy's boy. Don't marry a boy who's still taking money from his mom. Whoever holds the purse strings controls the family. So if your mother-in-law is still controlling everything, if she's giving freedom to just waltz into the home at any time, that's why the Bible says a man must leave to cleave. There can't be any cleaving if there's no leaving. So he has to leave his mom and his dad to be able to cleave to you properly. I don't know, because I'm playing weird scenarios in my head, but I'm just imagining that you probably grew up in a family where you guys don't pound yam. You're a poundo kind of girl, you know, you make it on fire, just turn the tin, nobody's hearing the sound of mortar and piston in your house or anything. And then his mom just says, oh no, that's not, my son doesn't eat, he only eats fresh pounded yam. And then she now goes on to take over from, let me tell you, it might seem like, that's her business, she can do, because I literally can hear some of you rolling your eyes, that's her business, she wants to pound yam. Let me tell you, it starts with little things. Before you know it, she says, oh, my son doesn't do this. My son doesn't do that. Oh, we don't do this in our family. And then he says, oh, yes, what mommy said. Oh, yes, what mommy said. It starts with little things like that. There's a scenario that people used to use back then. I don't know if it's gone around in recent times. But there's this scenario about a woman. I don't know if it's a true story, but about a woman that used to go around when we still had Blackberries. It was a broadcast. There was a woman who left her new baby with her mother-in-law. By the time she came back, the woman had given the baby large tribal marks, like as if the child fought a tiger, you know what I mean? And the woman was livid. And she was like, they were like, what will you do? And someone was saying, I was going to do my mother. And I'm just thinking, if your husband is a mommy's boy, and trust me, you're not doing anything about it. So if you know that your husband can't stand up for himself, he can't make decisions, or your fiance, then don't marry him. Now, I don't care whether it is physically, emotionally, verbally, psychologically, social medially, I don't know, whatever way. If he's abusive, it's a no-go. That's a good time to just run for your life. I've heard a lot of women say things like, oh no, he didn't mean it, or he does something really mean, talks down on you, very condescending in public, he's nasty, he's mean, and then he has a way of just buying you gifts to just make it, it's not all right. Oh, he didn't mean, no, he's not all right. If he's abusive, it is a horrible way to live. Some people say things like, oh, but he's never hit me, but his words are hitting you daily. He says things like, you're stupid. He says things like, I don't even know I'm stuck with you. He says things like, I'm even doing you a favor by being with you. No one is doing you a favor by being with you. You are the prize. I say this all the time to ladies. You are the prize. He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. So you are the good thing. You are the favor pipe. Without you, there's no favor. So every man that meets you should actually see it as a privilege to have you in his life. So if a man makes you feel less than you are, whether he's hitting, if he's hitting, he can't even be hitting you. Why is he hitting you? Let me not be angry. Why is he hitting you? No, let's stop and think about it for a few minutes. Why is he hitting you? No, he's not hitting you. If he's threatening to hit you, if he's giving you body, body, like he's threatening to slap you, you run for your life. Run for your life. I know someone who, and the bad thing about abuse? Abuse is, it has a way of suppressing you till you start accepting it as if it's normal. So I know of a woman who her husband would beat her. Hey God, I'm still angry just thinking about it. My whole body's shaking. He would beat her. He beat her one day with a plastic chair in their house. Beat her until the chair was broken. How does another human being break a chair on you? And she was crying and blocking. Because I had to ask her, I say, so, no vex, because I'm about to switch. No vex, as they beat you, what do you do? She said, oh, I'm dodging. I said, you did dodge. Hey, God. So let's not. I'm not teaching you guys violence, but let's just say, just run for your life. Let's leave it there. If a guy is abusive, just run for your life. It's not a conversation for you to have. And I've heard crazy things like other single girls telling this, like real life, not that they just said me. I was sitting somewhere in my office when I used to work in Port Harcourt, and someone's boyfriend, not husband, boyfriend, not father, boyfriend. I'm stressing not husband, not father, because even those ones don't have a right to beat you like that. Especially if you're an adult. If you're a child, your father can smack you, but if you're an adult, So anyhow, said her boyfriend beat her. And then as her boyfriend beat her, the ones in the office were telling her, how you gonna say man love you? If he no beats you, how you gonna say love you? I was livid. I was like, how is that the advice you give someone you guys call your friend? Say, don't answer this Lagos girl. We don't know as Lagos love DB. Wow. There's no Lagos love. There's no Port Harcourt love. There's no Warri love. There's only love in the Bible. And the love in the Bible tells me that love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't anywhere mention that love is abusive. So don't take anything abusive from anyone. I don't care how many gifts he buys you after. I don't care how many times he puts you on his DP and on social media and puts all the nice words. When he comes into the house, he's beating you. If at any time he's coming close to you and you feel fear, run. That's abuse. Some of us are so abused, we don't even understand what abuse is. Some of us are so comfortable with being in toxic situations, we don't even know what toxicity is anymore. If someone is treating you like you are less than a human being, if a man is punching you, hitting you, scratching, kicking, whatever, talk to someone. Open up, don't hide. Talk to someone and run for your life. So don't marry him if he's abusive, whether it's verbally, whether it's emotionally. So you have a small argument, he doesn't talk to you for weeks, literally makes you beg for attention. Run for your life. You deserve better. Okay? Tell them I said so. Run for your life.